state for a few days visiting family. So we are headed back to the cabin, and it is super heat wave here in Michigan. It's like 90 degrees.
97 degrees right now.
And it's been like that for the last couple days. So
the cabin's not going to be real comfortable when we get back, unless
we turn on the Mr. Cool, which we can do from my phone, which is really cool. And a lot of you have been asking about that and how that's been working and stuff. And we've had it now for about a year. And we love it. It's really cool because when you install the Mr. Cool, they tell you to download the app, which I did, and I've actually never had to use the app yet. But we're going to use the app for the first time. So it says right now that the cabin is 89 degrees, guys. So I'm going to turn it on, make sure it's set nice and cool, and see what it gets down to by the time we're up there. That way we're not getting into a super hot cabin.
We'll see how much it cools down in 3 hours.
You guys happy it's going to be cool in the cabin? Huh?
All right, guys, we're here at the cabin. A couple days away. Now we're back and in action. We unloaded the truck. We did some chores. We did our little 2-hour chore thing that we do when we go away, get everything cleaned up and turned on. I got to turn the water back on. I turn the propane back on. I always turn that stuff off when we're gone to be safe. We turned the mini split from Mr. Cool on at 3 o'clock, Jen said. It is now 8:30. At 3 o'clock when we turned it on, it was 97 degrees during our commute up here. The cabin was 89 degrees. When we got here, I'll show you. When we got here, here's our mini split. We have a video of this entire install, so check that out. This is a 12,000 BTU unit, 115 volt. So you don't need 240 volt system to run this. This is a pretty plug and play system, DIY system. But this has been running for 5.5 hours now. And when we got here, the cabin had gone from 89 degrees inside to 81. Now it's been running for 5.5 hours. It's still 87 degrees outside, and it is 75 in here. 75 degrees in the cabin, so it's taken it down about 14 degrees since we started turning it on. It is still very warm outside, 87. So we are very happy. The SolarMan app with SunGold, I checked it when we kicked the system back on. We were only drawing about 80 watts in the cabin, so about 200 watts total with the inverter consumption, 200 watts. But the SolarMan app, as soon as we turned on the mini split, it jumped up to 1.02 kilowatts, so 1,000 watts. So it drew about 800 and 900 watts. And right now, it's at 1.01 kilowatts. The solar battery bank says that it's at 68%, but when it's at 68%, it's pretty much full. That's the only issue we have with not having closed loop communication, but we're drawing 1,000 watts through the whole cabin right now. So that's the only shortcomings of our system, where I don't have it set up with closed loop communication because we don't have SunGold batteries. We have a SunGold inverter all in one, and we have 3 Ruxu batteries, and we have 3 Vaderer batteries. All those 6 batteries are hooked up, and basically the all-in-one inverter is only communicating with them through reading the voltage of the batteries. The parameters of those batteries are set to go up to like 56 volts, or charge at 56, 58 volts, and they're resting at like 54 volts, I think. Yeah, like right now the Vaderer batteries, The Vader batteries are sucked down to 90%. Let me turn them all on here real quick. Yeah, they're all at 90, 91, and they're all at 53 volts. So when this system is full, the battery bank is at 54%, or 54 volts, sorry. And then it'll slowly trickle down as the batteries die. When we got here, it was, like I said, 95 degrees out. This solar shed was very warm. These batteries are reading 114 degrees. So I opened up the solar shed, let some fresh air in there, and now they're at 101. I think the ideal preferred temperature for these to be running at is 90 degrees. So we're never going to cool it off. I mean, it's going to cool down to 77 degrees. That's as cool as it's going to get tonight, is 77. I won't leave this open, but maybe cracked a little bit, let some heat out of there. Jen did pick up a small solar panel that is basically connected to a couple of small computer fans. So I could put, I'm trying to figure out a way to put a vent in here so we can vent some of this heat out of here. Even if I opened up, right now I have my bubble foil very tight here. Even if I open this up and let the air vent back out here like it did before, that would help. But we don't have the displays like we have on the Vader batteries on the Ruxu, but all 4 state of charge lights are on. These are all hooked to the same bus bars, so this is not directly communicating with any of the batteries. This is basically reading what it needs and doing, turning the charging on and off at a specific time, because I have the settings set to a maximum and minimum voltage. So when it gets up to 56 or 58 volts, it shuts off the solar input. It'll sit there and trickle charge these and balance them nice, and they'll be at 100%. So when my little solar app, the SolarMan SmartMan SolarMan app, says it's at 68%, they're pretty much sitting idle at 100%. Now when it's pumping juice into it and it just turns it off, it'll say it's 100%, but as soon as we start discharging again, it goes back to 68%. That's just because, like I said, again, we don't have direct closed loop communication. But yeah, this is going to be a really good test for the AC unit. Again, we're drawing 1,000 watts of power to run that AC. It's still actively cooling the cabin down, so in theory, 30,000 watts of battery here, we could run that AC unit for 30 hours. 1,000 watts, 30,000 watts of storage. We could run that AC unit for about 30 hours. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that AC unit is going to equalize once the cabin cools off a little bit more. It's running at full blast right now. It won't draw as much power tonight once the temperatures drop off. That mini split has been a lifesaver. We've had that system set up for about a year now. We used the AC a lot last year as well in the fall. It got really hot in the cabin. We could run that as long as we have sunshine. We have plenty of sunshine. We can only run it for 30 hours if there's no sunshine at all, or no light, or no charging. But that's at 1,000 watts. Like I said, it will drop down as the night goes on, and it'll go into that lower stage. That's a dual stage mini split or heat pump. That's what's nice about it. That's why it's more efficient. It has 2 stages in it. It has a lower stage that'll run probably 400 watts, and then around 1,000 or 1,200 watts when it's on its higher stage, like right now, because it's working hard. But it will drop down to that 400 or 500 watt range once everything kind of equalizes in the cabin. But we'll keep you updated here over the next 48 hours. We're pretty much leaving that system going. We're leaving that AC on all night and all day tomorrow because we're going to need it. And that system has treated us very good for heat. The last 2 months, we could have made fires to keep the cabin warm and take that chill off. We haven't had to do that. Kick the mini split on for a couple hours, heats the cabin up, takes that chill off, and our batteries have done just fine because we have plenty of solar panels to charge them back up quickly. So, pretty exciting stuff. It's pretty cool, and it's really kind of fancy that Jen has it hooked up to the app so she can turn it on through the app and the Wi-Fi that we have here, the Starlink that we have. So now that we have Starlink, that was another reason to go to the Starlink. So we have full-time internet here, so Jen can work, so we can upload videos for you guys, so Jenny can run all our cameras and all our security cameras around the property, and it's just a full-time system, like full-time internet here. What? You want to go inside? You want to go inside, lay on your couch? Huh? In the AC? Huh? Huh? You like it? Let me go show. Come here, guys. Look at all Jen's pretty daisies. This is like 5 years in the making, huh?
Yes.
Finally got some wild daisies on the hillside.
Picked up a bunch over the years, and now slowly keep picking them up.
Pretty happy if there was daisies on this whole hill, wouldn't you?
One day. It's spreading.
Yeah, it is spreading. Like, look, all right here.
All started here.
A couple over there, couple over there, couple there. But you want to show them the mini split real quick? Set that down and just show them this heat pump portion.
There's our nice little mini split.
Pretty quiet, huh?
Yeah.
Way quieter than like an AC condenser, right?
Yeah.
And Jen prettied it up this year, put some flowers around it. That's been running for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That will grab heat out of the air to heat the cabin, or it has refrigerant in the lines that go up to the unit that's on the inside of the cabin right there. But pretty quiet, huh?
Should be quiet. Yeah.
And she can control that all on her phone, which is pretty fancy. Pretty fancy to be off grid and have that. So, puppies are excited to go outside. It's like you said, 87 degrees out, so they're a little warm.
What?
It's
Are
nice
you
out.
hot?
All right, let's head in. We'll keep you guys updated, give you a little more information. But we have a video of this whole entire install again. If you guys want to check that out, we'll put a little card up here in the corner, and we'll link it in the description box of the video. This isn't a promotion of this product or paid promotion right now, just showing you how nice it is to have a unit like this.
Yeah.
Alright guys, it's 11:30. It's 11:30 right now. We're getting ready to head to bed. It's 80 degrees outside and 72 inside the cabin here. I know you guys are going to ask. The bedroom that says 64 outside, it's because that's underneath the cabin. And then 77 in the bedroom here. So it's 5 degrees warmer in the bedroom than it is out here. We're not circulating air down from the ceiling because that air is going to be warmer. So if we were heating, we would do that, but we're just leaving the warmer air up in the loft area. Let's see real quick what the batteries are at now. See, it's pretty warm in here. I've had the door closed. The batteries are now 105, so they've gone up a few degrees, but they're at 81%. Rookzoos are still showing 4 lights of solid state of, or state of charge. 4 lights. So 3 hours, 10% we've lost on all our batteries. And let's triple check or double. Let's check the Smart Solar Man Smart app. 920 watts for the cabin. So it might be 920 watts because the fridge isn't running as much or as steady. But all that wattage is coming directly from the battery. So it hasn't kicked down to like a chilled level yet. 920 watts. I don't know if you can see that. So we're heading to bed. We're going to leave that bad boy on and see what it does after running our batteries off the batteries all night long. Temperatures are not supposed to get down below 77 tonight. It's only supposed to get a few degrees cooler. Could we open the windows? Sure. And get a fresh air. It wouldn't be devastating, but we're going to test this bad boy. We're going to put these batteries to the test. So we'll see you in the morning. Probably like 8 hours from now. Hey everybody, good morning. As promised, morning update. Eyeballs haven't even opened all the way yet. It's 8:45. We've been up for about an hour. Well, we've been awake for about an hour. Jen's feeding the pups. I woke up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it was cold in here. Temperature readout was showing 63 degrees down here. So I turned it up to 72. It was still running at 1,000 watts. So it ran at 1,000 watts all night long. I'm just going to leave that turned up a little bit higher now that we got the cabin equalized a little bit. And again, 70 degrees is pretty cool. That's about where you set your air conditioning, right? 72.
Sure.
Like 72, 75.
Yeah, I don't know if people said it too.
Yeah. So
we don't typically have air conditioning.
Yeah, this is fancy for us. So this is fancy for off-grid. So something too I didn't talk about yesterday is, in case this is the first time you've watched any of our videos, this is a 16 by 24 cabin with a high ceiling and a loft, a 10 by 16 roof, or 10 by 16 loft. And then we have a 11 by 12 bedroom here that's bumped off of the cabin. Just for reference, 64 under the cabin. That's my little sensor that's by the water pump for the winter time, so I know that it doesn't get too cold down there. It is 72 over here in the bedroom and close to the window. It's nice and cool in here. Last night it was 77 in the bedroom, and I did kick this little fan out and push some cool air in here, but that was only running for half the night, right? So anyway, so let's say 500 square foot cabin with the bedroom and high ceilings. Now again, I told you last night we did not turn on the ceiling fan because I don't need to push that warm air down here, so we'll just leave it up there in the loft. And the 12,000 BTU Mr. Cool mini split is built for, I think, 400 square feet. So that's perfect. We went with that unit because it was a 115 volt system, not a 240. And at the time, we did not have 240 volt capabilities. We still don't use 240 volt capabilities, but we have that with our new solar setup. So we can run this pretty much as we want, long as it's going to be sunny once. Yeah, we used to be able to run it even with our old solar setup. That was 5,000 watt hours. Our old AGM system, we could run. We have excess solar. The solar panels will take power directly to the cabin, and it'll bypass the need for batteries if the sun's shining. And it's doing the same thing. It's a little breezy out, guys, so deal with me with the audio for a second. But we have 3,600 watts of solar panels. Today is going to be a sunny day, so our batteries, I'll show you the status overnight, 9 more hours, so 12 hours plus. So it's basically been running for 18 hours because we turned it on yesterday at 3 o'clock on our drive up here. So 18 hours, sunny yesterday, so it wasn't drawing off the batteries until about 6 o'clock when the sun got off of our panels. State of charge, 3 out of 4 on the Rookzoo. We could tell a better percentage if we had our closed loop communication working with our inverter, but SunGold, I don't believe, will link up with Ruxu in the proper way. So these are communicating through voltage only. The Vetiver batteries are at 54%, 53%, 54%, and at 52.65 volts. So we'll give you a little update. It's going to be 90, low 90s today. Jen and I are going to do a lake day. We haven't done one this year, and when it's 95, we go to the lake. So we will monitor it and leave it running through the day, but we will monitor it with the solar app. And we'll see what our batteries are at the end of the day after running an AC for another 12 hours. This will hopefully help some people. Let you guys know that even, if you're in the South and you have to run it 24/7 for 6 months, just like anything else, you're going to have limitations. But thanks for hanging out with us. Again, I hope this video is going to help somebody. Oh boy. Alright guys, real life update. 12 hours later, it's almost 9 p.m. We updated you this morning at 9 o'clock. The batteries were at 55 or 53%, I believe. And we had a good day of sun. We ran the mini split all day long. Holy crap, I was going to try to hide from you that we were out in the sun all day, but apparently that's not going to be possible. I was in the shade and I got toasted. Sorry. Holy moly, that's scary. Anyway, batteries 71%, 69%, and 70%. The other batteries are still indicating that they're full. I mean, 4 out of 4 bars. We don't get quite the accuracy that we do on the Vetiver batteries. But we ran the AC all day long. It was 93 degrees. Cabin is sitting at 68 degrees. 84 degrees outside. Alright guys, last little update for the Mr. Cool AC mini split unit. It's been running for about 48 hours. 48 hours, right? Yep. Pretty much full blast. We did turn it down. I turned it down one night in the middle of the night so it would just kind of run on low. So it got down to like 63 in the cabin when it was 80 out, so that's good. It's currently only 80 degrees outside right now, but it was 90 in the mid 90s the last 2 days while it was running. And our batteries are at 50%. Still doing good. We got an overcast day today, so I also started running the hot tub just to filter it, which draws about 700 watts as well. Yeah, we're only pulling in about 440 watts of solar. It's very overcast, like a little bit of clouds that might rain today. We're drawing 1200 watts in the cabin. We're using 1200 watts. That's because I have the AC going and the hot tub. The hot tub isn't heating right now, but we need to filter it for like, 2, 3, 4 hours once a week at least, just to keep it clean. So, but there you go. You can run AC on 30,000 watt hours of storage. We've only ever gotten down to, like I said, 50% on our batteries. As long as you have a decent size array, we have 3,600 watts of solar. So even on this cloudy day, we're getting 400 to 500 watts. And this is thick clouds, like dark rain clouds almost. So on a light cloudy day, we get between 800 and 1,200 watts of solar. And then on a good bright sunny day, we get close to 3,600 watts of solar, so that's good. That's enough to run our 1,000 watt on average air conditioning and recharge our batteries. Yesterday we had a 19,000 watt hour day, 19 kilowatt hours of storage, and we only used 1,200, so we had an additional 700, or 7 kilowatts, 7,000 watts of storage go back into the batteries while we were running the AC. And that's a 24-hour day. Like it runs at, when it says 12,000 watts, that's because it's running all day long, and at night. We're only getting solar for 8 or 9. So pretty cool that we could do this, huh? Mm-hmm. Does it change? It's changed our life here at the off-grid cabin, yes?
Yes. Someone's not as cranky anymore. It's not me.
Yeah, you're still cranky.
Someone's not as cranky anymore, so you're cranky.
We went and had a great day in the sun yesterday. As you could tell, Jen and I both look like tomatoes. We were sitting in the shade, but the wind was blowing the leaves around, so we must have got more sun than we anticipated. But you could have AC off-grid. So we love our mini split end case. If you guys have any questions, ask us, and we will keep you updated throughout the summer. And it's changed our life both with the heat and with not having, or having AC with the hot temperatures, but with having the heat in the spring and fall. There are 4 to 6 months of the year where it's not just winter or hot, but there's 4 to 6 months of the year where the temperatures are not comfortable and you need a little bit of heat so you don't have to build a fire, right? Mm-hmm. And that's been more life-changing than even the AC. So, but thanks guys for hanging out with us during this video. Hope we could help some of you. If you want more specific numbers, I will try to put some numbers together. I was kind of looking at our 1 year of solar data that we have now. We have about a year of stored data, and I think we just went over a megawatt of storage of capacity or production. A megawatt, that's 1 million watts of power we've produced with our solar. And let the work on the rough numbers and get some of that for you. So stay tuned, subscribe, give us a like on this video if it's helped you, and subscribe so you can be here for farther updates and future videos. All right. Best wishes, everybody.